Hi, we're the Karma Effect, and you're watching Rockosaurus TV.
Well, welcome to another Face2Face with Rockosaurus. These guys are a bit of a glutton for punishment because I think it's the fourth time I've interviewed them. But welcome back to Leo's The Karma Effect.
Thank you for having us.
I don't think it's an exaggeration to say you've had a bit of a busy year.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So, what have you been doing?
Well, we've been up and down the country about 50 times and have been putting together a new album, recording a new album, and then the last few months have been a little bit crazy. We've signed a record deal with the mighty Earache Records, and that second record's going to be coming out on that label in a few months.
Excellent. I mean, you've had a bit of airplay on Planet Rock as well, haven't you?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Was it the
third most played track this last week? So yeah, and then we've been in the top 10 most played tracks actually for a little while, and then we got the news from the label that we're number 3 in the most played, which is just, I think I speak on behalf of everybody.
Surreal, isn't it?
It's very surreal. It's
mad.
I mean, particularly to see that the only bands above us are the Black Crows and Gun. It's like,
to be in the top 3 with some of like the Black Crows being one of the main reasons why we started this band in the first place, like musical influences. That's a kind of pinch me moment for me personally.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I remember first time I saw you at your very first gig at this very venue. You were wearing a Black Crows t-shirt, so
I was. Yeah, I saw that picture the other day as well. I was like, oh yes, there you go. What goes around comes around.
Yeah. I mean, I did make a prediction back then, didn't I? That we were going to see a lot of you guys.
Yeah,
You did. It definitely came true, didn't it?
It did, didn't it? I mean, it has just gone crazy, hasn't it, for you? I mean, it's been such a rapid development.
Yeah, it's been amazing, and we're incredibly grateful, and we're just riding the wave. To be honest, we're taking it as it comes. Last year was incredible, playing so many amazing festivals. Stone Dead, Call of the Wild, Steelhouse. All of that lot. And
we managed to get in 1 year last year. We managed to get like all of the big ones in the kind of classic rock world, which was again was quite surreal to be able to say that your summer was just filled with going around the country playing to thousands of people. So,
and I just think seeing your band logo on a lineup with Blackstone Cherry and Airborne and Blue Oyster Cult and bands like that,
band.
Blackstone Cherry are one of the first rock bands I ever got into. And they're just seeing our logo with them. It's pretty insane. So it's been a bit of a mad year.
And when we first started, those festivals were the ones that we were targeting for 5 years time or something like that.
Our 5-year plan was to play a handful of these festivals, and then we ticked them all off in 1 year, which is great. And then obviously ending the year with the Earache thing and releasing a new single, and the music video and everything that's come with that. And as you mentioned, Planet Rock. As I said, we're riding a bit of a wave at the moment, and it's amazing.
Absolutely.
Bring it on.
Yeah, it's a very steep upward trajectory that we seem to be on at the moment, which is quite surreal for all of us. I think you just kind of hold on for dear life and just go with it. That's how I feel about it.
Well, I think you got to really.
Yeah,
otherwise you fall off. Don't
Exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great to see how well you're doing. And for me, it's always nice to know that I was right. As a married man, it's pretty rare.
Yeah, I feel you there.
Talking of which, my wife's coming tonight. So
nice.
Yeah, well, we've got a couple of friends coming as well. So
wonderful. Well, we'll make sure we put on an extra special show.
I thought you were our only fan, Nick.
What's that?
I thought you were our only fan.
Well, we've gained a couple more, I mean, I've put the word out there.
But it's funny as well, the thing that I've loved is, we're starting to see growth in the fan base as well, and even start to be recognised. That we played in Cardiff, stopped off in Birmingham where we stayed, which was halfway to the next gig, and the lady on reception there recognised me, and then
She was like, my husband's coming to the gig tomorrow. I was like, this is crazy.
She wanted a photo with us, and you know, we've met some amazing, you know, Paul Anthony.
There's us at 3 o'clock in the morning, all like dog ass tired, and like, and she's like, do you mind if I get a photo? I'm in a tracksuit. I was like, yeah, okay.
We didn't look like the Karma Effect on stage.
I actually think you went down to ask for toothpaste in the morning, and she went, Karma Effect.
Well,
so if you're watching, thank you.
Yeah, I think the next step is you have to actually bring out a song called The Karma Effect.
Okay.
You know?
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
You'd think of Bad Company, you know. I mean, you know, it puts your name even further
Mix
out
after
there.
the credits, that's all.
Yeah. I want to be on the credit for that one. Yeah. But no, I mean, it has been phenomenal, and I could see, well, with the new. Well, I've heard obviously a couple of the new songs. I've not been privileged to hear the new album yet. Why not?
Maybe you will be.
I'm very disappointed in you. But
Speak to me after the interview.
I will. We'll have words. Yeah. I mean, no, it just has been phenomenal, and it's. I mean, it was a proud moment for me, sort of middle of last year, to be the one to introduce you to Paul Anthony from Planet Rock. You know, it's the acoustic kit you weren't playing.
I was having a great time.
Yeah,
It was
you
fun.
were
Yeah, you just came along for the ride, didn't you, mate?
Moral
Day
support.
out for it.
Yeah.
That sums up his time in the band, really, coming along for the ride. Only
Can you
joking.
blame me?
Only
Can you blame
jokingly,
me?
yeah, only
Yeah.
joking.
But yeah, to meet Paul Anthony, you know, somebody who I and the other boys have been listening to for 15 years or so on the radio.
Yeah.
Never knew what he looked like.
No.
And the other one that was bizarre for me to meet at Steelhouse was Ian Danter.
Oh, yeah.
And it was only, I thought, I know this voice. Somebody introduced me to him.
Yeah.
He said, I'm enjoying the band and stuff.
Yeah.
I knew this voice, but I'd never seen what he looked like. It was when we walked away and somebody went, you know who that is, don't you?
Yeah.
Ian Danter. And it clicked then. You know, to be meeting people like that.
Well, that's
And
right.
at
And then
such a
for-
short stage of this career.
Yeah.
And then for us to be his like new band of the year that he
Yeah.
picked as well,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Oh, yeah.
really cool.
That's
That's
amazing.
it's quite something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it comes as no surprise to the likes of me and an awful lot of the people who saw you that first time. You know, it isn't a surprise that you are, you know, achieving the success you're achieving. Because, you know, instantly there was quality there that you just knew was going to, it had got legs. You know, and
Appreciate it.
yeah, as I say, it's nice to be right for once.
We hardly ever write us men.
I know,
Right about that,
no,
especially married men.
yeah,
I know
it's
that.
Even if we are right.
I guess that from an outside point of view, your view of what we've been doing is probably different for us because we've just been going along with it. And,
Yeah.
and it's only when you take time to sit back and look at it. And some of the festivals that we did last year, I didn't, and I'm sure the other boys will agree, you don't really appreciate it in the moment.
No.
Because you're just
No.
there
To do a job.
To do a job.
Yeah.
You take it seriously. And don't get me wrong, we absolutely love it. We enjoy it.
Sure.
But it's only when you come away and you see the pictures and you think, bloody hell, like
That was
we
a big
did
deal,
that.
yeah.
It gives you the
Yeah.
perspective
Literally
of
like
it.
a year and a
Yeah.
half before did our first gig in the garden of this pub.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
For
as
about
well-
62 people. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as well to add to that is it's seeing the reaction of people to those gigs.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me doing these massive shows and traveling around the country and hopefully, you know, Europe and places like that. It's just really exciting and humbling to see people's reaction afterwards.
Yeah.
Doing it for us is the fun bit.
Yeah.
But then the nicest part is when you get back and you see all the comments from people being like, you were the band of the weekend or
Yeah.
Yeah.
something along those lines. It's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
very, I take a lot of pride in it, you know, when you see, I mean, the lyrics that Henry writes, the effect that has on people is something we're all very proud to see, you know, that's having a positive impact
Well,
on
they touch people, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. But I mean, it must be quite, again, we've used the word surreal already, but it must be quite surreal when you think that first gig you were looking out at 62 people all sitting down
Yeah. And I tried to get them to all stand up, and they're like, "We can't do that."
No,
I was like, "Oh,
Break the
sorry,
law."
I'm just used to it."
Yeah.
All that
But
nonsense.
now when you're looking out at huge crowds at these festivals, that must be quite sort of breathtaking.
Yeah, it really is. It's something you always kind of dream of. Quite literally dream
I think
of.
we everybody in this band, we really revel in being able to go and give it. We're very confident in what we can do with our thing. We know what we are. We love what we are, and we're going to go out there and be that thing. And for me, the way I approach something like that is I kind of want to be. I want to be the best in terms of I want to be the greatest showman. I want to be the best band of the day, and it's not a competitive thing. It's just that we're definitely quite hard on ourselves, aren't we? Like when we have bad,
we have
shows,
standards, you know.
We do
like-
have
Yeah.
standards. Yeah.
It's very important. Very important to have
Well,
those
because
standards.
all of us previously have come from a professional background.
Yeah.
You know, doing music as a profession, so we do take it seriously, and we are, you know, sometimes
We like to have a good time though.
we like to have a good time.
After
But
the
I
show,
think we
Well,
are-
that's pretty
we're
damn
hard on
important,
each
isn't
other.
it?
But like-
We're
but
hard on
tearing up
ourselves.
city centres at 3:00 in the morning.
But like Robbie made a really good point just then. Sometimes when you're doing these gigs and these festivals, you're so wrapped up in, you know, the timeline of the day, and you know, you got to get changed. You got to do a meet and greet. You do this. You play.
Got
You
interviews
load,
now,
load
you
your
got
gear
interviews,
off. You
yeah.
have a set time to get your gear out and all that sort of stuff. And that's, you know, it's why these festivals are so successful, because they run like clockwork. It's amazing. And it's only when you're in the van on the way home and you go, Christ, that just happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of take it in at the time, but it's only when you get home or you're on the way home that where you sit back and you go, wow.
Quite an emotional.
Well,
thing
we
as
had
well.
it after Steel. I'm not ashamed to admit that after Steelhouse in the summer, me and you had a little cry in the dressing room. Well, we agreed we weren't going to talk about that.
Yeah, but what were you doing to each other?
But no, Ash's got a good point. You do, we didn't sit there sobbing with each other, but you
broke
go,
back
bloody hell, like what? Yeah. We just did that, and it is an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Of course it
Because
is. Yeah.
the emotion is pride. You know,
Yeah.
when you're doing something that all of us, since we were kids, looking up to rock stars as idols, and you know, now there was that young lad at Steelhouse.
Oh, yes,
Seeing
yeah.
the impact that we're having on young people now.
Yeah.
Just the meet and greets and stuff, like people come up to us and the way they say about what the lyric, like you said, the lyrics to the songs and the way it makes them feel and how it's
And they go,
impacted
"What does
them.
it mean?" And you go, "I don't know."
I mean,
Just wrote it down.
Sounds good.
They're just two words that rhymed.
Yeah, I'm watching people sing the songs, and I think, well, I'm in the band, and I don't even know all the words. We were on tour with These Wicked Rivers, and they were saying how much they loved one of our songs, and there was Russ from Sons of Liberty as well.
Yeah.
And they went, Robbie, what are the lyrics and the chorus to that? And I went,
That was Steal Your Heart as
yeah.
well, I
was
think.
like, no, let me go and ask Henry.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, but that's a wonderful thing, you know, to see people, even in soundcheck just then.
Yeah.
You know, there's people who like to come early and they know all the words to the song, and it
That's
really
right.
means so much to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
But this is it. I mean, they're thoughtful lyrics, and you know the music itself. It's uplifting, you know, and it really touches people. I mean,
That's what we're about.
Yeah.
We're about being an uplifting, good time rock and roll band, and you
Yeah.
know, that we like to. We give that on stage. We give that off stage, and it's
The
great
world
to
is
know
se-
that translates to our fans.
Yeah, I think to add to that, the world is serious in so many ways. And there's also so much really serious music in terms of it's all maybe slightly image based or quite, hard nosed, political, all of this. And I remember when I started putting this all together, I just was like, I wanted to do something that was really good fun.
yeah,
And the music is serious. We write serious songs, but we just wanted people to come to the shows to have a good time.
yeah,
And
that's where, like-
that's the music that we all love.
Yeah.
That 70s classic groovy rock.
yeah.
And and that's kind of what we're still aspiring to do.
It was
Yeah.
never meant to be anything that was anything other than fun.
Sure.
and that's where the
You
new
can
album
see
comes
we're
from.
having
Yeah.
fun on stage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, and that translates into smiles on the crowd. You know, you've only got to look around.
That's the greatest thing about it, is seeing people just having an amazing time in the audience, and that is what keeps us coming back every single time. Even if you have a shocker at the gig, if they still love it, it doesn't matter, because it's for them. It's not for us.
Well, that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's why, like with the new album, it's we called it Promised Land, because that's where we believe that the music we make, kind of when we write it and we record it and we
takes you away somewhere.
We're in our promised land, and we want people to go to their whatever that is for them. You know,
that's right.
It's escape
from this hard world that we're in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you're achieving all of that, and long may that prevail. I'm sure
Thank
it will.
you.
Guys, absolutely phenomenal talking to you again, as always.
And you?
Can't wait to see you tonight.
Yeah,
Cheers,
can't wait to
mate.
play.
On the
it.
other side.
yeah.
Another sold out show. That'd be great.
Of
First
course.
gig of the year, sold out. It's amazing.
Well, it's how it should be, you know. But wish you all the best going forward,
Thank
and
you.
Thanks, mate.
every
Thanks, Nick.
success with the new album.
I can't wait for you to hear it.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it either. Funny you should say that.
Well,
We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat.
We'll have a chat. Yeah, guys, absolutely wonderful seeing you again. And,
Thanks so much,
Likewise.
Yeah, you take it easy.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers,
Nice
mate.
one, man.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers. Okay, I'll count you in. 3, 2.
saying it.
But yeah.
What was saying?
There's always one.
Oh, shut up. We're saying hi with the Karma Effect and you're watching Rockosaurus TV. Fuck me if you don't know that. Why are you here? Let's go. You can put that in the blooper reel.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, don't worry.